avant d'écouter Osiris, qu'est-ce que eux ils veulent me dire?
Intolerable.
What draws the Empress' desire now?
The soldiers Callus sends. While some of these may be the mindless clones you saw on the Leviathan, many more are deserters and traitors. Those who have forgotten what it means to be Cabal.
That still troubles you? This is not a new state of affairs.
No, but it is more than that. It is the further division of a people. It is destruction from within, by our own hands. Once I was hungry for the glory of battle. Even now I have never turned away from a necessary fight. But I see only foolishness here.
The time when this fight could have been avoided is long past.
I know. This is not reluctance. Only regret.
Tout?
As reckless as it was, I hope the Black Garden helped Nimbus navigate their pain. Perhaps even find peace. I suppose I should have expected Ikora to recover any pieces she could of Sagira. To give me that same opportunity. There are still mysteries to be solved and a trail to uncover. Our assistance here must continue. I will keep a watchful eye on Neomuna. But for now, I must depart. This seems a good time to return home, to those we love. We will likely need each other for what's to come, Guardian. Now more than ever.
Oui. Bah du coup on va aller là-bas. Hein. J'adore cette pièce.
Yes. How to describe? Algorithm is inaccurate, but acceptable shorthand. It's an occlusion in the way, perhaps, but if we ride along the edge, accelerated processing, gravitational lensing as applied to data.
Oui, pourquoi pas. Eh ben. Voilà.
If it ain't my fellow Vex savior. I never thought I'd say that. I found Stargazer's algorithm in the data you recovered. Except it's not an algorithm. They call it inclusion. Love this stuff. My data crawler also pulled some old library records showing who else accessed Stargazer's archive back in the day. Maelstrom. She was the greatest military mind in history, and she's one of our smashed servers. It can't be a coincidence. If this occlusion spooked the Vex, maybe Maelstrom kept a backup of it on her server. She was a warrior, so go start some fights.
Je finis juste mon c'était caché et j'y vais.
This system will let me update orders to automated ships. Still got some skimmers out on harvest. Best to keep them away.
Faut que je fasse ce secteur perdu. Ah oui. Il y a des mecs de la ruche morts là. déconner. Voilà, merci. Oh, je sais pas, ok. Non mais mec Oh, y a plus de crâne en plus. Et... Oh, sérieux.
I worry, Guardian, that I'm nothing more than another machine like these games. I haven't just switched off, like during the Red War. Is that because I'm a person? Or am I just plugged into something else now? But I suppose a game machine can't feel the absence of its creator. An entertainment building with a backdoor into the city network. Makes me wonder what blind spots we have in the last city's defenses.
So, you want something?
This little electronic oracle may be useful, but I don't like anyone standing behind me, whether they've got a knife or not. So the question is, tear it out and let the whole network fall apart, or leave it in, and maybe things get a whole lot worse.
Before they cycle. So, you want something? This look good? My data crawler's running hot! Maelstrom accessed the occlusion a lot. She called it a simulation echo, but it's not a saved file. It's hidden code in the Cloud Arc. She found it in CloudStrider Blue Jay's notes, so, you know, kinda need his archive restored. Blue Jay was a tech genius, rebuilt the Cloud Arc into a virtual world. He also built most of our modern computer defenses, which means security. Ugh. Security access is the bane of my archival career. This is outside my clearance, but Nimbus could help.
Neat hardware. Ready to take on some baddies? Done and done.
Nimbus, we've entered the VexNet, but there's no way forward.
Let me cross-check your position markers. Oh, there you are. I'll open a path for you. You're in the VexNet's quantum entangled pointer directory.
Any damage done to a pointer will be reflected on the data it's
Oh mais tu te fous de ma
entangled
gueule
with.
là, dès le début comme ça là,
Product data, I
sérieux.
presume.
Yep. And now that the Shadow Legion are invading, I'll open a path for you. You're in the VexNet's quantum entangled pointer directory.
Nimbus, we've entered the VexNet, but there's no way forward.
Any damage done to a pointer will be reflected on the data it's entangled with. Product data, I presume.
Let me cross-check your position markers. Oh, there you are. I'll open a path for you.
Bomb defused.
Great work! But I'm detecting more explosive signatures further out in the VexNet. Hang on, I'll open another path for you. Vex network permissions can be so fussy. Got it! I've opened up a data conduit. They're used for high-speed data transfer, but they'll carry you just as fast. According to the directory, the pointer ahead of you leads to a historical code repository by user M. Sundaresh.
Maya Sundaresh? Of the Ishtar Collective?
The one and only. She was one of the Amuna's founders. Her code laid the
Parle vraiment
city's foundation.
de Maya.
But that code
Ok.
must be centuries old. Surely it isn't still in use.
Of course not, but it's part of our history.
And you say I'm obsessed with ancient history.
Bien.
This pointer is for a collection of Sundaresh's personal logs, authentication keys and all.
The Guardian is risking their life for diary entries? I was expecting something more important.
They are important.
Stylé un peu quand même, mais la musique fait un truc un peu mieux. Quoi? À quel moment? D'où? Les mecs. De peur. Quoi?
I think we found our bomb setter.
Eh bien, stylé. Et moi je suis le grand salaud.
I think we found our bomb setter.
I'm reading another explosive signature.
It must have some kind of fail-safe arming mechanism. Guardian, defuse it quickly.
Moi aussi je suis stylé.
more bombs.
Data integrity checks look good across the board. What a relief.
This data, it isn't of immediate use, but it's clearly important to you.
We can always rebuild. But Rohan used to say, if we lose sight of where we came from, whatever we built wouldn't be Neomuna anymore.
I see. Your memories, your history, makes you who you are.
Ça va me mettre à bombe.
of every story and memory and hope we brought with us. The stars are off limits, but the veil knits an entire universe for us. We just had to embrace it.
Calme-toi, mec.
Raz,
Ouais, pour avoir ce petit, je vais écouter.
so it turns shocker, Blue Jay found the occlusion from the first Strider's records. I've got a bigger issue for you, though. My occlusion data crawler accidentally expanded to scan Shadow Legion radio chatter. It returned a hit. The Cabal discovered a new Vex operation looking for the occlusion and ordered their troops to steer clear. So the Vex aren't afraid of the occlusion. They want it, and they're tunneling into the Cloud Arc to find it. It all comes back to the first Strider. I need you to restore her memorial. Guess you could have seen that coming, huh? She was a legendary warrior, so you need to go over the top defending the city. And keep your eyes open. Shadow Legion troops might be carrying more telemetry about this Vex mission.
Ok, maintenant on va aller parler à Nimbus.
Check this out. It's too bad you haven't seen Neo Muna at its finest. With lights, music, and people on every corner. Real people, not just their mobile platforms. You see?
Pourquoi il y a autant de monde que ça d'un coup là? Il va y avoir des trucs. Ça fait longtemps qu'on n'a pas vu. Oh putain. Putain, mais ils me font aller à droite à gauche de la map. Ah mais c'est parce que maintenant il y a le pont qui se baisse, d'accord. Ok, il y a un truc. pourquoi il m'a pas mis invisible quand je l'ai exécuté, le mec? Hein? On m'explique.
I'm here today with a special guest as part of our ongoing Earth Interest series, Osiris, Council of Earth's Vanguard. Mr. Osiris, how long does the Vanguard intend to maintain its presence in our city?
Long enough to counter the Dog Fleet's threats to our worlds. But we have no interest in maintaining a presence if your leaders object. We are allies, not conquerors.
And how do you respond to critics wary of that claim?
While I know the Vanguard harbors no dreams of empire, I find your people's prudence both reasonable and justified.
Does the Vanguard intend to withdraw troops in the near future?
A tricky request, Mr. Colorado. We will leave fast, certainly, but the Shadow Legion remains a dangerous opponent. An opponent that I fear could overwhelm either of our divided fronts. For now, we are happy to follow the leadership of your CLOUDSTRIDER while we operate within your city and assist wherever we can.
Let us hope your motives remain so open-minded and generous. Vanguard forces recently engaged an independent provocateur identified as Nezarek within a derelict Black Fleet vessel. Described as the final god of pain in pre-collapse sources, he possessed potent psionic abilities. Authorities believe these abilities allowed him to access and disrupt Cloud Ark operations here in Neomuna.
So what do we got going on?
Oh, it's okay. I'll keep you safe. Just rest.
It doesn't sound like Strider was talking to a Vex.
It sounded like she was talking to a child. A scared child.
You're telling me the occlusion is a Vex mind? But what, it's a baby? A baby that wants to hide from the rest of the Vex?
Well, a busy data network like the Cloud Ark would be the perfect place to hide. The Vex only noticed it when all your security reset.
I'm getting a fix on this Vex tunneling operation. Put a stop to it. We'll figure out the rest later.
Ok. pas vu mais... Voilà. J'ai pas fait tout ça. Je vais me le ramasser. Ça c'est le boss. Voilà. Oui, tout.
Never thought I'd help save a Vex. Of course, I never thought I'd work with a smoking hot Earth warlord either. Interesting times. The occlusion is still... asleep isn't the right word, but basically asleep. I think it just likes the quiet. It's buried too deep in the network to just yank out, so for now I guess we just let it sleep. I'll let Nimbus and the city council figure out what to do. Nimbus says you like weapons, and as chief archivist, I have access to some fun artifacts in the vault. Don't put your eye out.
Ok. Yes. Bah, de toute façon, je lève.